What's it like watching people now doing what?
Well, you have
did
to
so well and
realize that. Yeah, I climbed the mountain, and I sit on top of the mountain for the last 25 years, and looking down and watching the other guys ascend their mountain through their peaks and their valleys, and it's enjoyable. It's actually a great joy to see guys like Eddie and Terry, and Jared Pritchett, and Andy Bolton. Benny all come together and compete at such a high level and break records that that they said last year. So it's been 35 years for me, 25 since I competed. So it's a lot of fun to watch them. There's really some people are bitter. I didn't get much help along the way. The peer group and the rest, they wouldn't help me. They tried to shun me and push me aside. I've committed myself after being the best to help everybody else to reach their very best, and that's the rewarding part. So, I move on with a really warm heart about it all.
That bit where is it sled dragging and you tied it to your belt? Absolutely loved it. And just ran backwards with
everybody else was kind of foolish. They put it. John Paul stood there putting it around his neck, which lengthens the lever. I tucked it under the belt, lifted it up, and then I started to laugh at him. And when I did that, I pulled the knife out of his ribs because I stuck him hard, and there was no way he was going to beat me. And when I started to laugh, I fell. I let up, and I got up and I fell. I got up and I fell. At the end of that race, I was the only one that finished the race. My heart rate 5 minutes after was 225 beats a minute. And I had trained to that level a number of times, but I pushed myself really hard. And the physio said to me, "Bill, if you leave, we'll see you there because we can't bring you back." A little bit of a scary moment. The very next event, which made it so difficult at Lake Tiliana, was we threw the 56-pound weight, but they figured out a way we can beat Kaz. Let's put him out on a pier. No trees, no grass, no clouds. Just a pier with his heels against the water, the edge of the pier. And as I threw, I was afraid of falling backwards. I missed the simplest of weights. I held the world record. There's no way you can beat me unless you can figure out how to beat me. And they did.
I hate to see that, like the bureaucracy of it all. And
oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? When they did the car lift in Budapest, car turn, they made me go. I went first. They knew the brakes weren't set, and they chocked one wheel. As soon as I lifted, it was on a hill, so my car rolled. What happened to my ankle? It was so severely sprained that within 2 or 3 hours it was purple. Imagine trying to go through the rest of the competition on cobblestones and lifting logs, carrying weights with a severely sprained ankle. It was really agonizing.
Although you can always, suppose, have at least a little bit of pride knowing they tried to beat you several times, and you beat them 3 times in a row.
Well, that was early when it was just strength, and we didn't know what the events were. We showed up strong and gave it our all. But in one of the events, 81, out of 10 men and 10 events, I won 6 firsts, 5 firsts, 1 tie, 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth. I could have won all 10 events. I dominated that thoroughly. I was 26 points ahead of the rest of the group. Let's ask a Pujanowski to show a record like that. I mean, as a matter of fact, when you guys think about it, I mean, I'm not going to slag him off. But when Phil...
Stop filming if you want.
No, keep going. When Phil Pfister in China in 06 beat Maras Pujanowski 6 events in a row, I was there coaching him, encouraging him, motivating. I got inside of his head. I was in his ear. I screamed at him. It's been 24 years, Pfister. They didn't know who was screaming it, but it was me. I pulled him emotionally through that event. The last lift was a stone loading. The clouds parted. Sunshine and rays through that cloud shined right on him as he was pointing upward, drawing in power from above. And he beat Pujanowski. So, if Pujanowski won 5 events, but if a guy like Pfister can beat him 6 events in a row, I don't put Pujanowski on top of the heap at all. He got beat by Pfister. So Pfister, to me, after schooling him over 6 events in 06, I think he's actually stronger than Pujanowski. He proved it. I was a commentator in 06, and I followed Pfister when in 01, I believe, Sven Carlson, the Roaring Lion, became the strongest, but Pfister held the pillars of strength and said, one day I will become the world's strongest man. And he did it, and I helped him along the way. I tried to coach and encourage him, and that's what gives me the joy, to sit atop the mountain and watch these guys climb theirs and try to help them along the way, especially the ones that deserve it.